All right, today we are diving into a really cool platform where AI and Web3 crash into each other. It's called Evumus, and just so we're all on the same page, it's pronounced Evumus. You're probably going to want to remember that name. Their whole idea is to turn our predictions into something, well, powerful.
So let's just kick things off with a huge question. What if you could predict real-world events, sports, elections, whatever you're into, and get all the thrill of being right, but without any of the risk of losing your hard-earned cash? I know, it sounds kind of impossible, right? Well, that's the core idea we're going to unpack today.
Most of us absolutely love guessing what's going to happen next. It's just human nature. But the second money gets involved, everything changes. The single biggest reason most people just stay on the sidelines in traditional prediction markets is super simple. It's the fear of losing money.
Yeah, think about it. On one side, you've got the old way of doing things, casinos, betting sites, where, let's be honest, the odds are kind of stacked against you. But Evumus is designed to completely flip that script. We're talking no loss of your initial capital. Your stake is always safe. And, this is a big one, the outcomes are all verified by an AI, which takes human bias right out of the picture.
So you're probably asking, how in the world does this actually work? Well, it's not magic. It's just a really clever spin on a core Web3 idea called staking. This isn't about placing a bet in the traditional sense. It's about staking the platform's tokens, EVMS, to show you believe in your prediction.
Okay, so you've done it. You've staked your tokens on an outcome you believe in. Now what? Well, let's break down the two ways this can go.
And here it is. This is how that whole no-loss thing actually works. If you're right, awesome, you get rewarded. Maybe your tokens unlock faster, or you could even get some bonus tokens. But, and this is the absolute game changer, if you're wrong, you do not lose your staked tokens. You get 100% of them back. The only quote-unquote penalty is that they stay locked up in the system for just a little bit longer. This creates this really fascinating loop, right? If your tokens get locked for a bit longer because you made a wrong call, what's the best way to get them unlocked sooner? You guessed it, make more predictions and get them right. It completely gamifies the experience and it rewards knowledge and intuition instead of just punishing bad luck.
So we've solved the problem of financial risk, which is huge. But what about that other major issue with prediction markets? Fairness, manipulation. How do you actually make sure the results are objective and can't be cheated? Well, the answer from Evumus is pretty straightforward. Take the biased human element out of it and bring in an AI to act as the referee.
And here's how that AI referee's job works. The moment someone creates a new prediction, the AI gets to work. First, it checks if the question is even objective in the first place. Second, it figures out if there's any risk of it being manipulated in the real world. And then finally, when the event is all said and done, the AI automatically checks trusted data sources to call the winner. No humans, no arguments. And this is a perfect example to make it super clear. A question like, will Spain win the World Cup? That's a great prediction. It's objective, you can verify the result, and no single person can control it. But something like, will I say hello 3 times on my live stream? Yeah, that's a no-go. The creator can obviously manipulate that outcome, so the AI just rejects it. This keeps the whole system fair and trustworthy.
And all of this, it brings us to the real heart of the matter. So far, we've talked about no-loss staking and this cool AI referee, but those are just the mechanics. They're the how. They're the tools being used for a much, much bigger goal.
And here's the big reveal. This platform, it was never really designed to be a game of chance. It was designed from the ground up to be a massive global engine for collecting one of the most valuable things on the planet: data on human intuition. So the true mission here is to build a gigantic data set. Every single time someone makes a prediction, they are actually contributing to this huge global experiment. It's all designed to figure out how we as humans predict incredibly complex outcomes and to do it at a massive scale. So what data are they actually collecting? Well, it's not just your simple yes or no. It's when you made that call, it's how much you staked, which is a pretty good signal for how confident you are. All these little data points become the fuel that powers and trains the next generation of AI inside the whole Evumus ecosystem. To put it really simply, all of our gut feelings, our analysis, our predictions, they all become part of this enormous training ground. It's a way to teach an AI how to anticipate and predict things with the kind of nuance that, up until now, has pretty much been uniquely human.
The really smart thing about this whole model is that it's a win for literally everyone involved.
For us, the users, we get to have fun and make predictions without any financial risk. For creators, it's a new way to engage their communities. For brands, it's a way to connect with users in a safe, non-gambling space. And for the Evumus ecosystem itself, it gets a stable token and a dataset that could be absolutely priceless.
And that kind of leaves us with one last really powerful question to think about. If you could plug an advanced AI into the collective gut feeling of millions of people who are all incentivized to be as accurate as possible, what kind of problems could that AI solve? What could it build? That right there is the future that Evumus is trying to create.